Hello and welcome to another video. You join me in the beautiful Tabs landscape. We have our lovely church over here and the lovely mountainscape in the distance, but oh yes, it's Dark Peasant. Last time we established that he is basically undefeatable. So that begs the question, can he be defeated at all? So over here I have the god of thunder himself, and we'll see if he can defeat the Dark Peasant. Surely he will be able to. So let's see here. Let's see what happens. Nope, he was killed instantly. Very interesting, because we've already established that the modern military is no match for the Dark Peasant. So how about two super boxers? Can they possibly hope to defeat the Dark Peasant himself? Instantly, he sent a hand of darkness through and is doing something to that super boxer, whilst the other one is attempting walking toward... Oh my goodness, that is a collision right there.
Cheers, Jeff.
And there we go. Slightly more time than it took to defeat Thor. So how about a fully fledged army? What could possibly go wrong? If we put an entire army in here, surely they will be able to defeat them. And surely with their combined might, they'll be able to destroy this rancid creature once and for all. Let's put two Zeuses and a Minotaur in just for good measure. Can this army defeat the Dark Peasant? Right off the bat, he sent some hands of darkness forward and is lifting the enemy soldiers up into the air and then throwing them back down again as the pikemen and shield bearers charge forward. The first volley of snakes is launched towards the Dark Peasant, but is it to any effect? No, because they are all intercepted by hands of darkness instantly and thrown to the ground, rendered useless, and the pikes and shield bearers are in disarray from that explosion of darkness there. There's something very strange is happening with the snakes. The Dark Peasant is clearly not in a very good mood today. Yes, intercepting ballista bolts and any projectile seemingly is hindering the efforts of the advancing army. The pikes are desperately trying to regain some ground but failing terribly as their protection is torn to shreds. The army waiting in reserve back here with the terrified bowmen at the front. Even their bows are terrified, look at them. And has he lost any health? No, not at all. He's still on completely full health. This isn't looking good. And with that volley of darkness, he absolutely shreds the ranks of hoplites that were waiting behind the archers. Oh no, there's only a few units left now. And the Zeuses do nothing to stop the inevitable. And that Zeus was killed instantly, and this one just stands here paralyzed in fear. That establishes that a fully fledged Greek / something else army will not be able to defeat the Dark Peasant. So what about the Dark Peasant's natural enemy, the Super Peasant? They're born from two opposites, so surely they'll be able to destroy each other. But one of them must be the victor, so we'll just have to see. And I'm going to just spawn in on a tank on this side to observe what happens. And no, I'm being taken out from afar. This is not good. No, all of my tank drivers... Okay, well, most of my tank drivers were about to be strangled, but that doesn't really matter. It appears that the Super Peasant has indeed won. I do not see the Dark Peasant, though. I only see one of his hands. It's almost kind of like an inflatable balloon. I should have really paid more attention rather than running away. As the Dark Peasant was distracted last time, it looks like the Super Peasant is flying towards Dark Peasant at lightning speed here. Intercepted by some darkness and some tendrils, but it's no match. He goes straight through the defense and straight in for the attack, flinging the Dark Peasant backwards, who of course cannot fly. And the battle is obscured by rubble and darkness. Will the light prevail? So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. It appears the super peasant, the light side, can always overcome dark side. And of course, after our rigorous testing of literally doing it twice, we can establish that they definitely win every time. We know that these two are the real gods here. What about Thor versus Zeus? Now, this is seemingly completely random, but they both cost about the same. So let's just see which one can win, so that we can stack up about 1,000,000 of them against the Dark Peasant. Zeus bravely takes the first few strides there against the Norse god, who raises his hammer defiantly. Oh my goodness, Thor blasting Zeus into the sky there. Zeus retaliating with lightning arrows that have now impaled Thor through the torso and the elbow. Oh, that looks painful. Thor prepares his hammer for a strike, but is thrown back and then is chucked into the air and is sent flying like a ragdoll. Thor stands his ground as Zeus is flung backwards on very low health. What's Thor's health looking at? Hardly even damaged. And it's a decisive red victory with barely anything in it. So with that, let us see if we can defeat Dark Peasant with anything other than Super Peasant. Let us now put a ton of Thors on this side and see if this makes any sort of difference. We will have to play this in slow motion to actually catch any of the action, but the armies of Thor seem to be charging up their hammers as the Dark Peasant takes careful strides towards them and launches his first volley of darkness, is immediately hit by several blasting tendrils of lightning that seemingly do absolutely no damage, even though they did tons of damage towards Zeus. It seems like the army of Thor has taken their first casualties. Many casualties on the Thor side now as they all group together in an attempt to pummel the Dark Peasant into submission. It just keeps coming, but the Dark Peasant's attacks and defenses are relentless. Let's take a closer look, if that's even possible. I mean, this lag is horrendous. Thors are valiantly launching themselves into the fray, although it looks like the Dark Peasant is only getting stronger now. Wow. He continues to throw rank upon rank of Thors backwards. Oh dear, looks like we're getting a bit of... That is a lot of lightning. Looks like we may be pushing the game to its limits here. Okay, I'm gonna have to go and visit this lovely church over here. Yeah, there's some sort of apocalypse going on outside that pains me to even look at. Can I get a glance? Seems that every time they launch their main attack, the lightning volley, they seem to generate a massive amount of lag. I'm afraid, viewers, you're just going to have to admire these lovely trees for a moment whilst the Dark Peasant and the Thors battle out. You can listen to the lovely sounds of gore going on in the background there. Some bodies of Thor being thrown towards us, an occasional Mjolnir. I love how this one has landed with the handle sticking in the air like it always seems to in the movie. Dare we take a look? Here's the Dark Peasant is not even... Wow. This guy is a monster. He's just slaughtered, what, like... I don't even know how many that is.
And I slaughtered them like animals.
That's mental. He is unbeatable, unless of course you put him against a super peasant, but that's not the point. The point is that somehow he won this battle. Okay, so here we have an army of peasants, 2 ranks of the most fearsome peasants in all the land here, ready and waiting for battle, eager to destroy the fearsome Dark Peasant. Although, will it be enough? No, obviously not. So what we're going to have to do is give them some sort of backup here. I'm thinking something a bit musketeer-y. Although I've realised now that, yeah, they will be shooting the peasants in the back. Oh well. May as well put a few De Vincent tanks in here as well. see how well Mr. Vincent Chan can handle this. I mean, this isn't going to work, but it's worth a try. We have to defeat the forces of darkness without relying on this super peasant every time. This is the reason they haven't won yet. They haven't had any lovely music to listen to. Ah, yes. The musketeers are going to try and fire off their first volley, inevitably killing everyone in front of them. Actually, no, it looks like they're charging forward first. The first volleys of darkness have been launched towards the peasants. The Dark Peasant is killing his own brethren. And there we go, the first volleys of musketeers have killed peasants in front of them. As those peasants are flung backwards, and these jousters squish their own units to get past because there is literally no regard for life in this game. Sorry, it is the most accurate battle simulator ever, so I guess that's something. Has the Dark Peasant lost any health? No, he has not. The first units managed to almost get in range, but are immediately flung into friendly ranks. Somehow his horse didn't fall over. No idea how that's possible. I think it's called aerobatics. No idea. Is that jouster still alive? He's got darkness clasping his chest. No, he's dead. Mountains of dead peasants building up everywhere, blocking the defensive tanks which are... Oh my goodness, look at this guy's head. It's tiny. It's so small. That's what she said. He looks terrified. I'm going to call you Tiny Head Bill. As you can see here, the defensive tank is attempting to kill everyone in front of it to get to the battle, as are the other ones. The jousters are flung back into friendly lines here. Horses are going flying everywhere. Right, thank you so much for watching, everyone. I really do hope you enjoyed. If you did, a like and a sub would be greatly appreciated. If you haven't subscribed already, it's completely free and you can unsubscribe at any time. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope to see you again in the next one. This is the last tabs video I have planned, but if you would like to see more, do let me know in the comment section below. And with that, I hope your week goes lovely, and goodbye.